Right, you're watching TVC Breakfast. It's time for us to see the headlines across Nigerian newspapers. Let's make sense of all of them. Now, let's begin with the Leadership newspaper. Leadership says 2,340 APC delegates to decide presidential flag bearer today. 2,340 APC delegates to decide presidential flag bearer today. That's Leadership newspaper. This day is next. This day says in Super Tuesday, aspirants narrowed to Osinbajo, Tinubu, Fayemi, Amechi, Umahi, and Lawan. Right? In Super Tuesday, aspirants narrowed to Osinbajo, Tinubu, Fayemi, Amechi, Umahi, Lawan. That's this day newspaper. This Nigeria is next. APC presidential primary is the focus here. The 0 hour. Plots, counterplots. Delegates will decide, says Buhari, denies endorsing Lawan. Northern governors insist on Southern president. Okay, that is what this Nigeria has. Daily Sun is next. And Daily Sun says APC boils over consensus choice. All right, Lawan splits Northern governors. And Buhari denies endorsing any aspirant. And I consulted president before announcing Senate president, says Adamu. Okay, I consulted president before announcing Senate president, says Adamu. Meanwhile, Buhari has denied endorsing any aspirant. That's Daily Sun. Right? First News is next. First News says APC primary, Adamu consensus coup fails as 21 presidential aspirants slug it out today. Okay, and NWC members disown party chair. Delegates demand his resignation. An APC crisis worsens as Lawan's nomination divides the party. And Northern governors reject Lawan, insist on power shift to the south. Announcing Lawan APC consensus candidate, expensive joke. Keridolu saying this, that's the governor of Ondo State. Governors, NWC members in crucial closed-door meeting as consensus plot thickens. Right, all this on the front page of the First News. Okay, now let's go to the Punch newspaper. APC presidential ticket. Adamu's consensus plot fails. 21 aspirants in battle royale. Now 7 NWC members reject Lawan, Tinubu, Osinbajo, Fayemi, others woo delegates. Presidency rubbishes Tinubu's claim of helping Buhari win. Namani steps down. I won't impose anyone. Delegates will elect APC candidate, says Buhari. All right, all that on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Daily Trust is next, and that's where we're going. Presidential primary is the focus here. Consensus deal collapses as delegates elect APC candidate. I have no anointed candidate, Buhari insists here. A National Working Committee divided over Lawan. That's a Daily Trust. Okay, from there, let's go to the Nation newspaper. The Nation presidential ticket. Buhari disowns Adamu over Lawan. Okay, National Working Committee rejects chairman's position. North's governors insist on power shift to the south. That's the Nation newspaper. From there, let's go to the Vanguard. The Vanguard newspaper says consensus candidate uproar, alarm in APC. Buhari governors disown Adamu over Lawan. We didn't endorse Lawan. APC National Working Committee tackles Adamu, says his opinion is personal. Aligns with 13 APC Northern governors on power shift. Okay, that's the Vanguard newspaper. Right, from there, let's go to News Direct, Nigeria News Direct. APC primary election. Buhari rejects Lawan as presidential consensus candidate as 13 Northern governors insist on Southern presidency. National Working Committee disowns Adamu, backs Northern governors' resolution. Okay, that's News Direct. From there, let's go to the Nigerian Tribune. APC presidential primary is the focus here. I have anointed no one, Buhari says. I have anointed no one, Buhari says. National Working Committee members cake as Adamu announces Lawan as consensus candidate. Northern governors insist on Southern candidate. Consensus candidate, illegal impossibility. Tinubu campaign organization says this. I see danger. APC cabal planning against you, Fayose tells Tinubu. All right, that's what Tribune has. Nnamani steps down, backs southeastern aspirants. Okay, that's what the Nigerian Tribune has. Blueprint newspaper. APC special convention is the focus here. I have not anointed anyone for president, Buhari declares. Assures there won't be imposition. Northern APC governors, 7 National Working Committee members disown Adamu on Lawan. Consensus, legal impossibility. Tinubu is quoted as saying this. 2023 elections, a referendum on APC administration. Atiku is saying this. And Nnamani withdraws. Ex-party scribe defects to the NNPP. Okay, that's a blueprint. Daily Times is the next. Daily Times says a presidential primary, Northern APC governors reject Lawan as consensus candidate and vow to back Southern presidential candidate. Right? Party's National Working Committee members counter Adamu, align with Northern governors on power shift. I have no anointed candidate. There shall be no imposition. Buhari insists on this. That's the Daily Times. National Economy is next, and it says Nigeria's unemployment rate rises by 312% in 7 years. Nigeria's unemployment rate rises by 312% in 7 years. And these were part of the things the IMF was saying, that the next administration in Nigeria will have a tough time. Daily Monitor is the next one. We're seeing this from the African scene. It's a Ugandan newspaper. Anger over luxury cars for speakers. All right, this tells you that not only Nigeria has been going through this, is a global issue.
African phenomenon.
Anger over luxury cars for speakers. As the Daily Monitor is a national daily from Uganda. And this has been a cause of national debate in Uganda because according to them, the country doesn't have enough right now, and then diverting so much or earmarking so much funds into buying luxury cars for speakers and other legislators is not a priority for the country right now. But it's been a thing of debate in the country, in their country.
Especially when you compare how much lawmakers in across other continents, how much they earn and the kind of lives they live compared with their African counterparts.
Yes. Well, I remember we had our own debate here sometime. Well, in fact, we've had this not once.
It's not yet resolved. It's not yet resolved.
It's not a debate. Yeah, it's not a debate. We don't have a debate. We have complaints.
Because absolutely,
we always have a complaint. Now, you see all the papers today, except just the last two that we read.
The Ugandan and the economy.
Yes, it's focusing on the national convention today. But however, the crux of it is the things that happened yesterday, the drama that took place yesterday when the national chairman, Abdullahi Adamu, gave a point of information to the National Working Committee on the issue of consensus. And it was a good thing the president came out to say, well, I didn't endorse any candidate. I have not anointed any. In fact, I don't have anointing oil, the way it was put in some, I don't have anointing oil for any candidate. But the national chairman said he consulted with the president. So I wonder why we have this, discordant tunes when it comes to, I discussed with the president said, no, I didn't endorse anyone.
I think that the man Adamu ought to be brought to reality by his party. They need to chasten him. It was reported at the weekend by some newspapers who said the APC was going to punish Ashuraju for what he said in Ogun. And they called it outburst because that's what they thought. When you don't like something, you use language to
garnish it to how you feel.
Yes. And in his speech there, he also lied against Tinubu because he said Tinubu said when he went to Buhari, Buhari started crying, shedding tears to him. That was not how he put it. He said Buhari shed tears on TV. He shed tears when he was rounding off his campaign saying that he was not going to run again. It was common knowledge. This was obvious to everybody. Everybody saw it when it happened. The third time it was concluding. So now this man has lied again that And he lied again in the name of the president, saying that the president had his backing in backing Lawan as the consensus candidate. The secretary of the NWC says, no dice, man. Don't say this. The president never said this. And you cannot do this at this late hour. I don't know what deal you have with Lawan. You are on a frolic of your own, to quote that of words of Akeredolu. You don't do this in very close hour to this convention. What do you have in mind? So what you are saying here is that the man trying to create implosion within the executive of the party that is going to run a very pivotal convention that will pick its flag bearer. The man has shown lack of discipline, a dictatorial mien, a sense of autocracy, and defiance of political rules. He has shown contempt for order, contempt for regularity, contempt for rules, and yet he is the chairman. He thinks he's the monarch of the party, and he thinks that the president is the super monarch with the what they call the divine rights of king. And you know, he wants, probably as I said earlier, he wants to do like Napoleon when Napoleon conquered Rome, and you know, Napoleon himself ordered that they should crown him, and then he crowned his girlfriend Josephine. And you know, he had no royal bearing, nothing nothing to recommend in Rome. He's not even a Roman. He was described as a bloody Corsican.
I don't know if we can, categorically say that the national chairman lied, because listening to our earlier guests now representing the media committee of the primary election that's holding today, they also, Hannah too, said, okay, there was not an official statement, so to speak. So, well, it now remains to see how, the chairman would, steer activities today, because all eyes will be not only on the aspirants, on the president and other VVIPs, but even on the man, Senator Adamu himself. How is it going to now, manage everyone going by what the papers, people have said about him, members of the party have even said about him? How is he going to, meander all of that? And add to the mix now of these controversies is the former National Secretary, Akpan Udo Edehe, also said to the camp, from the APC to the NNPP. Really interesting.
But the point is, if the national chairman comes to say that, I discussed with the president, I have a president's backing to do this.
Yeah.
And immediately the president said, no, you don't have my backing.
You not.
I don't know you. I didn't discuss this.
We talk about a meeting with Senator Adamu, so we wonder whether...
So I guess anyone can interpret the fact that, well, you're not telling the truth. If the president said you
if you say it, it's a declaration.
Yeah.